notice you're not wearing your glasses today.
Nah, I'm doing the contact thing, but you know, it's funny because I just ordered some new glasses yesterday, so I'm going to replace these old things, but I got to tell you, I paid $150 more than I really needed to, and I did it on purpose.
Wait, back up. You're the travel agent's #1 prime prospect.
Well, I did that thing that everybody hates. I was a shopper. I went to one optical shop after another. Actually, I only went to 3. But the one I ended up at is the one that cost $150 more than the other 2, and you might think I'm out of my mind because I got exactly the same pair of glasses, exactly the same lenses, and I paid $150 more than I needed to on purpose. Aren't you curious?
Same glasses.
Same glasses.
Same frames.
Same frames.
All right. And then you decide you paid more for them. You have to explain that to me.
All right. Well, Mike, it's all about first impressions. So I walked into the first optical shop. The place was a disaster. I'm telling you, there were boxes piled everywhere. The receptionist couldn't find a piece of paper to write my name down on to tell the guy who was trying to handle way too many customers that I was waiting. And so it was basically self-service. I'm listening to the guy, talk to the other customers, trying to juggle everybody. Yeah, they were cheaper all right, but it was darn clear why they were cheaper. The carpet hadn't been cleaned in about a year, and they had one guy trying to do the job that should have been done by 3. So I walked out of that place. And then I went to another that was about 3 blocks away. It was a little cleaner. It was a little nicer. It was, in fact, the people were actually kind of friendly. But when I sat down with that guy, he didn't know his stuff. He said, "What do you want? What style are you looking for? What's your prescription?" It was basically he was filling an order. Right. And he seemed so uneducated on everything that I was absolutely terrified that he wouldn't be able to, write the prescription down right, and I'd end up with the wrong glasses or something.
Right.
I just got from the very first impression that I didn't belong here. Something was wrong. Something didn't feel right. And, this is my vision we're talking about. Yep. And the third place I went to, from the moment I walked in the door, completely different experience. And honestly, at that point, I was already sold before I even heard that it was going to cost $150 more.
Now, if you're talking to another client, I don't expect you to stop talking to what you're doing or stop the letter or whatever it is, but a little finger, a little acknowledgement, and then if you show them that I'll be with you in a little bit of time by putting your fingers together, that's all I need, is to know that I'm here. You put me on hold. Come back and just tell me that you know that I'm on hold, so I'm just not lost.
Now be careful, Mike, because I know you and I know where you come from. It's got to be the right fingers that you hold up, or you'll deliver an entirely
we don't play with that, but it's the thumb and the index finger close together.
Hey, there you go.
Well, here's one that's a beautiful example, and here's one that happens to us. We could go on forever with these.
We could.
Is that I don't want you to. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to forget my name. So when I approach you, even if I've met you a while ago, I'm quick to come back and say, "Hi, Mike Marchev," and I immediately offer that name first.
I know you spend a good part of your time down in Florida.
Yes.
Florida can be kind of a hot and steamy place, right?
Yes.
How often does it happen when you walk into a business in this hot and steamy climate? How often does somebody say, "Can I get you something cold to drink"?
Never.
Is it? Exactly. And yet it's the simplest thing in the world to say, "Welcome to our place of business. Can I get you something cold to drink?" Even if the person says no thanks. It'll be the best 35 cents you ever spent.
Nolan, that is such a great idea. I'm going to package that, put it in a book, and sell it to every travel agent in the state of Florida. I'm stealing that. That's a beauty.
Well, and just the opposite in the cold and snowy places. Somebody's coming in, it's absolutely freezing, they got the mittens on. All you got to say is, "Would you like a nice hot cup of apple cider or a cocoa?" And you're going to change the entire experience. And I saw one in a travel agency about 3 weeks ago. Some customers came in, they had one chair in front of the desk, and there was a man and his wife. They stood there standing, talking for at least 15 minutes because neither one of them wanted to be the one that took the chair from the other. Yeah. And of course, all the agent had to do was to say, "Would you like me to get you another chair?"
Of course. Yeah.
We do things like that without even realizing it. And when I pointed it out to the agent afterwards, she kind of slapped her head and she said, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I did that."
First impressions are very, very important, Nolan.
It took me a long time to get over the first impression I had of you.
But let me finish. Let me finish. You cut me a little short there. Last impressions are just as important. The way you walk that person to the door at the end of the meeting. I mean, don't quit too soon on your impressions. The last impression is also very important.
You know, you're absolutely right, and I hope we gave people on this show a good first impression and hopefully a good last impression by cutting it short and not going on for hours and hours.
And we overdid our stay anyway, so I'll see you later.
Okay, Mike. See ya.
Bye-bye.